Okay, so I'm going to start with the 1 mark questions. Okay, how do we do? How do we do this?
Okay. So I think the first bit is 5, and then I think you add it. So it's 30,
Mm-hmm.
and then 60, and then 75, and then 80.
That's it. How about this?
2/21.
Yep. The middle one.
X. So x to the power of 6.
Top left.
5 to the power of 10.
And top right.
So 2 to the power of 6.
Yeah, so n is 6. Let's say top left.
7 to the power of 3.
Top middle.
H to the power of 5.
And top right.
G minus 7 to the power of 6.
Yeah. Same thing. Top left, top middle, top right.
So T to the power of 6.
Mm-hmm.
H to the power of minus 6. X to the power of 6.
Yeah, they really like 6. Is there any other way to write h to the minus 6?
Would it be like minus h to the power of 6? Or?
No. So if we were to write it in the notation that they had it as, in brackets, 2 different numbers they could have used would be 6 and minus 1. Those are multiplied to give minus 6 as well. Do you know anything to the power of minus 1?
It's the power of minus 1. Anything to the power of minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Does it just become minus 6? Does it just become the minus number of the...
It becomes the reciprocal, so it becomes 1 over h to the 6. So h to the minus 6 is 1 over h to the plus 6. And that'll always be true. We'll see it later. I just kind of skipped ahead. Top left.
1.
Top right.
1.
Bottom right.
1.
Yep. Reciprocal of the first one and the last one.
So minus a 6.
That's the negative reciprocal. Just reciprocal.
A 6.
Yeah.
And 9.
Yeah. These two.
A 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 over 1.25.
Yeah, and then you can just put it in the calculator. So this one.
T to the power of minus 6.
And how else can you write that?
1 over t to the 6.
Yeah. That's it. Top left.
1 over 5 to the 1.
Yeah. Which is same as 1 over 5. Underneath it.
1 over 5 to 2. 1 over 25.
Bottom right.
1 over 2 to the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So 1/8.
Yeah. Let me skip that. Let me see how we do. So top left.
3.
Middle.
3.
Yeah. That's fine. What page is that? 16, 17. Okay. Let's try top one.
4, 9, 3 zeros.
Let's say bottom one.
So 6, 7, 1, 4 zeros.
That's it. Top one.
So 5.5 times 10 to the 4.
Yeah. Let's say next one.
So okay, so right, 125. So 1.25 times 10 to the 3. No. Is that like 10 to the 5?
Yes. How about question 6?
Question 6. So, okay. 9.56 is equals to 9.56 times 10 to the 7.
Yeah. And question 5, the one over.
So 6.08 times 10 to the 7.
Yeah, you're good there. This one, you just stick it in your calculator. Do you think you're okay for it? You want to try it?
Yeah, no, I'll be fine. I don't really have a calculator now, but I'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay. Okay, how about this one?
Okay, so write down the lower bound of t. Okay, so is it 35.55?
This one.
Is it 199.5?
Yeah, that would be if it was rounded to the nearest 1.
Right.
So basically, it's always half of the degree of accuracy is above it, half is below it. So plus the degree of accuracy in this case, instead of the nearest 1, it was the nearest 0.5.
Yeah.
And it's always half it.
So it'd be 0.2. Well, so would it be like 199.75?
Yeah, that's it. So it's always plus or minus half the degree of accuracy, half above, half below. How about this one?
Okay, so value p is 4. I'm thinking about something else. I don't know. So, okay, so I'll do 0.1 divided by 2. So 0.1 over 2, which is 0.05. And then for P. So do I just do 4.3 minus 0.05?
Yep.
And is that and is that going to be like 4.295?
Yeah. 295. That's it. How about this?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do.
So this is one of those compound interest questions.
Yeah.
And this is their working out. And you have to say, based on their working out, what is the percentage interest rate? Any idea about that?
Would I put? Do I need to substitute something into N or something?
Nope.
Uh,
So how would you do, let's say, a 20% increase?
20%. So could you do like 500 times 1.2?
Yeah. So 1.2, that's 20% increase. Any idea what increase they're doing?
That's fixed compound interest rate. 1.025. So 2.5%.
Well done. Yeah, so they're doing a 2.5% increase. Oh, sorry, write down the value of R. It's 2.5%. Yeah. Okay. That's all that's asking. It's a bit unusual. Let's just say the last one here.
Wait, so am I doing B?
Yeah, let's do the second one.
That'd be good. So, 3y plus. So, would that equals to 3y plus 7x plus 3?
Yes, that's it. Okay, this one. How about the last one?
Okay. Sorry, I'm doing the last one.
Yeah.
So simplify. So would that just be 30 ABC?
Yeah. So I just got every past exam question. Okay, top left.
Y.
No.
2y divided by y. 2.
Yeah. So it's like 2y over y, and they cancel down the y's. And the one on the right.
3. So do I need to expand these out?
No. What you could do is write it twice. That might make it. How about that?
Yeah. So would I like cancel out one of the x plus ones, or both of the x plus ones from like each side, and then I'll have 3/x+1.
That's it. And so when you're simplifying algebraic fractions,
Yeah.
you go the opposite way. You fully factorize the top, fully factorize the bottom.
Yeah.
And in this case, it was already fully factorized.
Okay.
Let's say bottom left.
So okay, so 15c minus 10d.
Let's say this one, middle, bottom.
So x squared minus 3x.
Let's say this one on the right, bottom right.
Say 12y squared minus 9y.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say this one. No, sorry. This one, the 5y minus 15. Top left.
So, alright, sorry, back froze. So could it be like so 5 and then y minus 3?
Yeah. How about this second one underneath it, the 6m minus 9?
Yeah. So that'd be 3 and 2 minus 3.
Yep. Let's say a in the middle.
So n and then n minus 7.
And top right.
So e, I think, yeah, and then 3e plus 5.
Yep. That's it. Let's say top left.
So I don't know.
So these ones, there. These ones are just a different way of writing x squared plus 0x minus 16. And so it's going to be, so three things with nothing in common. So it's going to be two brackets. They have to multiply to make minus 16 and add to make 0.
Okay, so add 0. So could you do minus 4 and 4?
Yeah. And what else?
So x minus 4 and x plus 4.
Yeah, and that gives you x squared plus 4x minus 4x, so they cancel each other out, and minus 16. So how about the one underneath it?
So would that be like, so y squared plus y plus 0y minus 16?
Yeah.
And then it's just y minus 4 and y plus 4.
Yeah. And you can see there. Next one underneath it.
There's a x squared Oh no, sorry. Actually, yeah. So x squared plus 0x minus 49.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I just want to confirm. So when it's got x squared plus 0x, is it always going to be plus 0x? It's not going to be like minus 0x.
Plus 0 and minus 0 are the same thing.
Yeah, sorry. X squared plus 0 is nothing. So x minus 7 and x plus 7.
Yeah. And so you can see it's always square root of the first, which is x, square root of the second, and you change the sign in the middle.
Yeah.
How about the last one? See if you can do it in one go.
Okay, so e plus 10 and e minus 10.
Yeah. And top right.
Okay, so 4x squared. Oh, actually, I don't really know how to do like factorizing with them, like a number above the x squared.
So it would be like what times what will make 4x squared.
So,
And we know that it has to end up with...
it'll be like 2x.
Yeah.
Also 2x minus 3 and 2x plus 3.
Yeah. So that's the square root. Square root of 4 is 2. So square root of x squared is x. Square root of 9 is 3. And because we know they have to make 0 in the middle, so it can't be two different things. It has to be the same.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's the same as plus 0x. Let's say the middle one.
Sorry, which one?
No, actually, let's go the top left.
I'll leave the first bit. So, do I just do here 4 times 9?
Yeah.
So 36.
Middle one.
Yeah, so is that just like 2 times 9?
Mm-hmm.
And that's 18.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, how about top one?
For example, so do I just sub something into n to prove it?
Yeah.
So can I just do like 6 times 6 times 4
Mm-hmm.
plus 1.
That's it. And so n equals 4. Yeah, because that gives you 25. Okay, and the other one.
I'm going to put in terms of n plus n and to 10 of the sequence. I'm not really sure.
So basically, you are, like with the previous one, you subbed in a number. This time you're subbing in n plus 1 instead of n. Sorry, I just have to get my pen. Sorry, any ideas about that one?
Yeah, I just need to do n plus. So I just need to sub n plus 1 into like 3 n minus 1.
Yeah.
So would it be like 3 times n plus 1 minus 1?
Yeah, and you don't need to expand it. That's all you have to do. You can expand it if you like. Any idea about this one?
So is that just going to be like 6, 7 minus 2n squared?
Well done. This pen is going to be 6n minus 2n squared. There we go. Okay. How would you do top left?
Okay, so would I cube root 128?
Not yet.
Okay. Would I divide 128 by 2?
Yeah.
And then that's like 64.
Yeah.
And then I need to find the cube root of 64.
Yeah.
And that is like it's 4.
Yeah. Okay, how about the middle one?
So yes, it is, because 4 times 22 minus 2 is 86.
That's it. N equals 22. And what is the reason for your answer?
When you sub 22 into 4, so when you times 22 by 4 and then minus 2, you'll get your answer.
So I think you have to say n is a positive integer.
Okay.
So n, I can't even write anymore. Yeah, alright. N is a positive integer and 22 is a positive integer.
Yeah.
Okay, how about the last one?
I already proportional to x. So this is where I need to do like y equals kx and find the formula first. So
yeah.
So I need to do like 10 equals to k to 600k.
Mm-hmm.
And then k is equals to like. So I just do 10 divided by 600?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like 10 divided by 600.
You can simplify it a bit.
So 1 over 60.
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
That's fine, yeah. Because it's non-calc. And then the next one.
Calculate the value of y when x equals 540. Yeah. And then do I just do so in the y equals kx, I do 540 times 60th, sorry.
Yeah.
And that's the answer.
Yeah. What do you get?
You get 542. Is that like 9?
Yeah, 9. 540 over 60. 540 over 60. Cancel down the zeros. 9. That's it. Y equals 9. How about this one?
So is this minus 4?
Yeah. You need. It says what inequality does it show?
Is greater or equals to x?
If it was a filled in circle, it would be or equal to. It's unfilled, so it's just greater than.
Oh.
And you're right, it's x, and so it's x is greater than -4.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, so we'll see that one more another time. Okay, how would you do this?
Find the 10th term sequence. So, is this where I need to like find the formula and then I just need to sub in 10 to that n?
So that's probably the easiest way to do it.
Okay, so is the formula like 6n plus 4?
Yeah.
And that's okay. So then I'll just do. So is it 64?
Yeah. Top left.
So if I find the formula, which is like 6n minus 3, I think.
There's a simpler way for this one.
Okay, so would it be Ben says 150 is in the sequence. Is Ben right? Yeah, 6n right. Would you just say yes because 15's in the sequence?
No. What do all the numbers in the sequence have in common?
They are all multiples of 3.
Okay. But the problem is 6 isn't in the sequence, and that's a multiple of 3. Anything else that they all have in common?
Sorry, say that again. My laptop was glitched.
Anything else they all have in common?
Oh, is it that they each end in 3, 9, 5, 1, or 7, and none of them end in 0?
Yeah, and another way of saying they end in 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9.
1, 3, 5. So it ends in an odd number.
So they are odd numbers.
And
150
is an even number, so it can't be.
Yeah, even. So no. Okay, and the next one.
So 271. So it's because the numbers and the sequence has the numbers ending in 2 or 7.
Yeah. What else do you have to say?
Not in 1.
Yeah, so 271 ends in 1. Yeah. Any idea about this one?
So do I need to like draw the shape here to make it easier? Or?
Yeah, if you like. So you have a rectangle. The length is 3x plus 2. The area is that. You have to get the width. How to do that?
So I need to find out like when I times these numbers together, what gives me. So I need to find basically like 3x squared plus 5x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 2.
Yeah. Or another way to think of it is, base times height equals area. So it would be 3x plus 2 times by what gives you that area.
Um, 3x plus 2.
No. So 3x times what will give you 3x squared?
3x. X.
And how about the number?
So far, what? So 5x or 2?
The 2.
So plus like 1.
Yeah, that's it. And so it's x plus 1. So it's just just figuring out, working in reverse. So it's like factorizing, except they gave you one bracket. That's what it's like. And they put it into context. Okay, how about this one on the left?
So is the function here y equals to f of x minus 4 squared plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
So do I need to? Don't I need like coordinates here or something? Or
So that's what you have to find, the coordinates of M. Any idea how you do it?
No.
So the x minus 4 squared. So what's the smallest value you can get from that? And you can sub in a value for x and test it out.
So sorry, say that again.
So what's the smallest number you can make with x minus 4 squared if you were to sub in a value for x?
So what would you sub in, like 0?
Okay, so if you sub in 0, what do you get?
0 minus 4 times 0 minus 4.
And what is 0 minus 4?
Minus 4.
And what is minus 4 squared?
16.
Okay, can you sub in something else to get an answer that's smaller than 16?
So
What if you subbed in, say, 6?
So if you subbed in 6, that would be like 2 squared times 2 squared.
It's just 2 squared.
Pardon?
It's just 2 squared. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So it's just 2 squared.
Right, okay. And then, so 4.
Okay, can you get a smaller number?
If you did like 8.
What is 8 minus 4?
4.
And so that would be 4 squared, which we already had, 16. So that's bigger than 4.
Yeah. 5.
Okay.
And then if you did 5 minus 4, it'd be 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think, isn't the answer just 1?
Yeah, so that's 1 squared of 1. Can you get even smaller?
If you did 4.
What would you get?
So 4 minus, so 0 squared, so 0.
Yeah. What would you get if you put in 3?
-4, so minus, you just get 1.
Yes, and so it's like the y equals x squared graph. It bounces back.
Yeah.
And so what's the smallest number you can get?
0.
So the smallest number you can get is 0, and that's when x is 4. So then what's the smallest y you can get in on our graph?
Is that 4 as well?
Well, the smallest of the squared part is 0. What does x have to be for that to be 0?
It needs to be 4.
And so then when x is 4, what is y?
X is 4. Oh, is this why I do like y plus 5?
Yeah.
So is y just 5?
Yeah. It's like 0 plus 5 is just 5. So this is completed square form, and part of the reason why you put it in this way is to find the minimum and maximum. The minimum of a square bracket is always 0.
Yep.
And so it's just whatever is left over. Okay, so how about this one on the right?
So um X minus 2. So is this where I need to just find again like what's the smallest amount I can? So would I just do like? Would that just be 3 and then 10? Oh, minus 10.
Minus 10. Yeah, that's it. So that's how they work.
Okay.
So the lowest you can get with the square bracket is 0. So x has to be 3 to make that 0. And then when x is 3, y is minus 10.
Okay.
Okay, these ones match them up.
So okay, so um so graph A is probably
Maybe we start with a simpler one.
like graph B.
Yeah, you're more familiar with those.
Would that be 2x minus 10? Or no, 10 minus 2x.
Well done. Yeah, because it's gone down. So that one is the y equals, B. Y equals 10 minus 2x. Okay. How about C?
Uh, um, DC loads. Is that like 3x squared? Or
So how do you know when you get a U shape and when you get an N shape?
is it if there's like a squared bit, if it's a squared?
So that will give you the curve, but how do you know if it will be a U or an N?
Is it whether it's positive or negative?
Yeah. It's whether the x squared is positive or negative.
Yeah.
So which is which?
So there's a minus 2 squared. So would that be graph C?
Yes. So this negative one, y equals 8x, and it's got a minus x squared, minus 2x squared in this case. So it's that one. Otherwise it would be, if it was a 3x squared, it would be a positive one, a U shape. And so A?
y equals 2 to the x.
Yeah, that's the only one left over. That's an exponential. Okay, any questions about anything there?
No.
Okay. How about this?
Okay, so y e x cubed,
Yeah,
and then is a x squared plus 4,
yeah,
and then is y 2x.
yeah. 2 to the x. Got it. Okay. How about this one?
So is it C?
Yeah. Let me think about this. So it goes up rapidly and then, yep, see. Okay, how about these?
So would you do like distance divided by time? So would you do like a train A if you did like 60 over 30,
Okay,
and that was 2,
right.
and then for B if you did like 40 over 30, and then that's like 4/3.
Yeah.
That's 0.7, no, yeah, 1.75, I think.
So I'll just say 1 1/3.
Yeah. And then, so would you just say whichever one of those is bigger is quicker?
Okay, so which one?
So train A.
So yeah, A, because gradient equals, what is distance divided by time?
Speed.
Yeah. And C, what is that about?
So uh, is that 15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes. They have a difference of 10 minutes. And the one on the right.
So I'm not really sure what to say. So would I say something like, I don't know, like train B stays at constant speed, but it starts off quicker than train A, but
No, that's fine. Just constant speed. That's all they asked you to comment on. And A.
and A accelerates I know.
Yeah, accelerating speed or something like that.
Yeah.
Accelerate's really fine. Okay, how about one on the left?
Um. Wait, am I doing B?
Yeah, on the left.
Down practical interpretation of the value.
Part A was just find the gradient.
So do I just need to say like if a car's driving something like?
Yeah. So what does this 1.4 represent?
The speed.
Yeah. So the speed of the lorry is 1.4, and what's the unit?
Kilometers per minute.
Yep. One on the right.
Gradient straight lines. So the amount of petrol. Oh no.
Sure.
Oh yeah. So the amount of petrol a car is burnt. Oh, used up. Sorry.
Right.
Um. Yeah.
So the car uses how much petrol?
Like 10 gallons of petrol at 400 miles.
In terms of the gradient?
Oh, the car uses 40.
Maybe. So basically the distance is 40. So instead of 400 miles for 10 gallons,
Yeah.
you could say 40 miles per 1 gallon.
Okay, so the car. Sorry, yeah. So the car uses. The car says 40 miles per 1 gallon.
Yeah, 40 miles per gallon. That's it. Ah, come on. My pen is not doing well here. Okay, how about the one on the right?
So would you say um, the amount of time? Oh no, sorry. The car's tank is getting -4 um shallow is getting 4 centimeters shallower each minute or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. So I wouldn't mix the two. Sorry. There we go. The depth, let's say, decreases by 4 centimeters per hour.
Yeah.
4 centimeters every hour. Okay. How about these?
And the equation is straight line. To y. So I've done the equation is straight line. If I just sub something into x here.
No. What shows the gradient?
5.
Yeah, so just any equation of a line with a gradient 5.
With a gradient 5. So can I say like y equals to 5x plus 4 or something?
Yeah, 5x plus anything. Next one.
Oh, that's right. So can I say here like y equals 3x minus 2?
Sure. How about bottom one?
Down the equation is straight line as follows.
Underneath that.
Oh, sorry. Write down the gradient straight line as follows. So is this like y equals to minus a quarter x plus 3?
Sure. Anything. Yeah, well done. Okay, how about the left?
Okay, so So would I say that I think that container P will be empty first
Yeah, explain your answer.
because it takes less time to empty out its water.
Just simpler.
Because it takes 40 seconds and Q takes 50.
Yeah, empties after 40 seconds. Q takes 50. And the one on the right?
After 35.
35 seconds. How do you do the one on the left? Hang on, before we do that, let me just check something. These. Okay. We'll try to. Nah, we'll get them next time. Yeah, how was that for you, Andrey?
Yeah, that's good, thank you.
So this is like 1 mark questions. We did every number 1 mark question. I think every algebra 1 mark question. We're now in geometry 1 mark questions. We're, let's say, halfway into them. And then after that is data. And so for everything, it's number, algebra, geometry, data. And data is, mean, median, mode, all that stuff, cumulative frequency and stuff, which actually we saw a little bit of cumulative frequency at the start. So my thinking is we do every 1 mark question, then every 2 mark, then every 3 mark. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's fine. I prefer it that way.
Okay, so it's like, get all the easy stuff first and just work your way up. And it's also reminding you of stuff you haven't seen for a long time. Yeah, so you want to continue this next time?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions for me in general?
I don't think so.
Okay, well done, Andrey. You did great. I look forward to talking again next time.